Now it's time to understand chapter number 6, environment impact assessment. Need of EIA, why it is needed: to harmonize development activities with the environment concerns, ensure the development options are sustainable or not, to foresee the potential environment problems. And EIA can often prevent future liabilities or expensive alterations in project design. So it's really important because environment impact rectification after EIA, it's really matters because when EIA started, EIA bridges the gap project done with bridges the gap between project done without EIA and project with EIA. So somehow environment status improved. EIA started in 1976 to 77. In Environment Protection Act enacted on 1986. EIA statutory for 30 activities. EIA process covers following phases: very first screening done, then scoping and consideration of alternatives, then baseline data collection, then impact prediction like on air, noise, water, land, biological and socio-economic assessment of alternatives, delineation of mitigation measures and environmental impact statements, and then public hearing, then environmental management plan, decision making, and then after monitoring the clearance condition. EIA can be divided in two ways: rapid EIA and comprehensive EIA. Rapid EIA speeder appraisal processes, and comprehensive EIA on the basis of air environment, land environment, water and biological environment. Environmental sensitive places, some places are there which are declared as environmental sensitive places. These are religious and historic places, archaeological monuments and site, then hill mountains and Gulf areas, beach resorts, health resorts, lakes, dams and rivers, then coastal areas, biosphere reserves, national parks and wildlife sanctuaries, then airports and highways. Now it's time to understand chapter number 7, biodiversity, modes of conservation. These are in two ways: ex situ conservation and in situ conservation. Ex situ conservation, conserving biodiversity outside the areas where they naturally occur in, is known as ex situ conservation. For examples, the Gagnetic Ghadial has been reintroduced in rivers of UP and MP and Rajasthan, where it had become extinct. Then we have some examples like seed banks, botanical and horticultural recreational gardens. Then in situ conservation, conserving animals and plants in their natural habitats, known as in situ conservation, like national parks, sanctuaries, biosphere reserves, reserved forest, protected forests and nature reserves. Now it's time to understand fauna. Fauna somehow covers animal kingdom. So here vertebrates and invertebrates, two type of animal kingdom we are going to share. Very first, vertebrate. These are covered with fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals, and invertebrate covered with annelidas, molluscas, arthropods, arachnids, and echinoderms, and protozoas. Vertebrates have backbone and spinal column. So this is really very important that vertebrates have backbone and spinal column, but invertebrates are not having these two things. Okay. Then we have some classification between vertebrates, fishes, amphibians, reptiles. These are cold-blooded animals. Okay, so fishes, amphibians, and reptiles, these are cold-blooded. And aves or mammals. Aves means you can say birds. Okay, so aves and mammals, these are warm-blooded animals. Penguins are warm-blooded animals like whales. Okay, so whales and penguins, these two are warm-blooded animals. Now it's time to understand what are these annelidas, molluscas, okay, protozoas and all. So very first, annelidas. Annelids body is divided into segments like earthworm, leeches, roundworms, etc. Then molluscas. These are having a soft skin like organ covered with covered with hard outside shell like snail and sludge. So these are two related to land, and 2-3 are more which are related to water. These are oyster, squids and octopus. Then next one is echinoderms. These are marine animals like sea star and sand dollars. Then protozoas. Protozoas are simple and single-celled animals. Smallest of all animals are, and these are microscopic also, like amoeba and flagellates. Then arthropods. Arthropods have limbs and exoskeletons like crustaceans and insects and arachnids. Then arachnids, these are do not have antennae, do not have any antenna, two body parts, four pairs of legs, like spiders, scorpions, snakes, and mites. Then here we are going to understand the difference between algae, fungi, and bacteria. So algae, it is the green non-differentiated. Non-differentiated means organs like leaf and stem and root and all. These are non-differentiated. Plants possessing chlorophyll are known as algae. Freshwater algae, it is blue-green algae, and marine algae, it may be red or brown algae. Then fungi. Fungi is really important. You should know that non-green and non-differentiated plants. Non-green, it means fungi could not be green, okay, green in color. And it is non-differentiated plants which does not have chlorophyll, called fungi, like grow on the dead and decaying matters, like mushrooms and molds are example of saprophytes and sparophytes fungi. Bacteria, non-chlorophyllous. Then microorganisms which led saprophytic or parasitic existence. Then many are pathogenic, then soil borne and used in industries. Lichens are a peculiar combination of an algae and a fungus. The two divide. Okay, so they are lived in grayish green plants, grow on wood or rocks, common in wetlands and rare in rivers. So lichens are common in wetlands and rare in rivers. Okay, then bryophytes, spectrophytes, and gymnosperm. These are three which is really important to understand. Bryophytes. What are bryophytes? These are small. These are having small stem and simple leaves present, but true roots are absent. Okay, so roots are not there in bryophytes. Grow in moist places. Example: liverworts, moses, second largest group of green plants in India. Okay, and then we have here Petriopuritodophytes. Peritrophytes have a well differentiated plant bodies. Terrestrial plants grow in moist and sandy places. Example: club mooses and horsetails and ferns. Then gymnosperms, these are naked seeded plants. There is nothing like a ovary, style, and stigma, and naturally there is no fruits like size, pinus, and gentium. Indian biodiversity diverse landscape. India represents two realms: large spatial regions within ecosystems, then five biomes. What are these five biomes name? Tropical humid forest, tropical dry or deciduous forest, then third one warm desert and semi-desert forest, then fourth one coniferous forest, and the fifth one alpine meadows. Then 10 biogeographical zones are there in India, and 25 biogeographical provinces are there. By the biodegradation of methane, like gases produces seaweeds. What seaweeds are? Tholloid plants, microscopic algae, no differentiation of true tissues like leaves, stem, and roots, found attached to rock, corals, and other submerged strata based on the color of their pigmentation. Classification: blue, green, brown, and red. And these are like some examples are agar-agar, allignates, iodine, and antibacterial activities are also there. Functions: food for marine organisms, habitat for fish, breeding grounds, and uses as a food and as a dragon goiter treatment. Okay, drug as a drug in goiter treatment. Goiter, I think you know na, that name is thyroid or the thyroid gland wo dikhega type of disease. Okay, so this much is all about. In next audio, I will cover protected area network and other portion of the syllabus. So till then, take care. Bye bye.